is the man from down under with a little thunder, WWE and Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer, Bushwhacker Luke. I hear something else comes from down under too. The Wrestling with Figs podcast with my mates Chris and James. You gotta tune into this great podcast because Chris and James will give you all the inside info. Whoa! Yay!
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Wrestling with Figs podcast. I'm your host, James Thomas, and joining me over in the West is Chris Maddock. I'm really excited about this one, Chris, because this is a San Diego Comic-Con discussion podcast. How are you, mate?
Has there ever been a bigger week in fig collecting, in modern fig collecting than this week? What a huge week of reviews. We're going to go through a lot of that stuff tonight. We know it's been done to death already around the place, so we're not going to solely focus on the reviews. I'm going okay. One more day in isolation over here in WA. The whole family's had COVID. I've been pretty lucky. I don't want to touch wood here. Of the whole family, I've been pretty mild. So you can probably hear it a bit in my voice, bit of congestion. From time to time, I have to mute myself to cough. But generally, I've been pretty lucky. I had about 2 days of feeling a bit sketchy, and then after that, just tired more than anything else. Looking forward to obviously going back for a big run, starting to run again, just like I did before COVID. Hitting the gym, bench pressing as much as I can. Hey, before we start, we usually like to look at some funny stuff. Got to show you this. Yep. It's like looking into a mirror. As I near 40, I saw this picture of Zlatan Ibrahimovic at 40. He's not doing too badly for himself, is he?
Yeah, he's going all right. He's going all right.
I showed it to my wife and I said, look, it's just like me. And she said, no, it's not. She said, there's nothing like you. The other thing I was going to mention off the bat is this week, big week for me, or just before I got COVID, got to sneak into the footy and got to go down into a special VIP area of the stadium down on the sideline where you can actually have a beer right up on the fence and yell at the players. It's great. Look, there's my son there. He's looking pretty happy with himself. Pity we got flogged though, but yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, whilst we're talking about footy, just a quick shout out to both New South Wales and Queensland for the most epic State of Origin battle in my 41 years of watching it or being alive. It was, honestly, Chris, I know you're not a big NRL fan, and to be honest with you, I've gone off football a lot. I don't watch much, but I always watch Origin. It was the best Origin game I've ever seen. It was brutal. Brutal. There was 3 players went off for the rest of the game in the first 5 minutes of the game because of head clash and head injury. It was brutal. Both teams were brave, but Queensland come out on top. So an epic battle that was. Really impressed.
You know what else is brutal in the rugby? Manly Sea Eagles.
That's my team. That's my team. We are inclusive. We're not divisive, but it is a shame that there's some players, choosing. Look, I can't hate them for it.
There's no right answer, mate. There's no right answer on any of that stuff. Hey, I've been in lockdown or in isolation for nearly 6 days now, and we've had a lot of time with the family together to do nothing. And so we thought, what movies could we watch with the kids that we liked as kids or as young adults that the kids might get something out of? So we chucked on Mrs. Doubtfire. Do you remember Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah, great one. Yeah.
I'm going to put up an image here, mate. You tell me who you notice in the background of this shot.
That's Borat.
Borat. So in Mrs. Doubtfire, 1994 film by with Robin Williams as the star. We were watching it. This is right at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert. And in from the back walks the Borat Sagdiv, who he is just working as like a film hand, but it's on the set of of Robin Williams' show, because at the end of the movie, Robin Williams starts doing a kids show. So how crazy was that, though? What a pickup. When I was watching it, I thought, I could not find anything online that gives him any film credits of being in that movie. So I wonder if I'm the
There you
first
go.
to figure that out, that he was in that movie.
There you go.
And then the other thing I saw this week, which I think we saw, I can't even remember whether we discussed this last week, but I don't think we did because there's been so much happening. The old Hungry Jack's Matt Cardona, renamed Hungry Matt's, I think is what it's going to be called now.
Yeah, awesome. That's great.
What do you reckon he ordered?
Mate, the big whopper with the lot for sure.
What's your go-to Hungry Jack's order, James?
I don't very rarely get it, but I think if I go, it's just something with bacon and just the lot works burger. I don't really go to Hungry Jack's, to be honest.
We don't go to Hungry Jack's much because there's not many in Perth. They've all sort of shut down, so you got to do the Whopper with cheese, I think.
Yeah.
Massive week of collecting. Should we kick off the show?
Massive. It's San Diego Comic-Con. It's back. And, bravo to Mattel. I think Mattel, we've been quite critical of Mattel of late for obvious reasons. But what they revealed over the last weekend and the last few days was nothing short of amazing. So bravo. But let's get into it. Let's get into community news and let's get it cracking. News. Now, before we get into the huge discussion around San Diego Comic-Con reveals, which I'm going to give a huge shout out to Go Figure Collectibles. Without Go Figure Collectibles, we wouldn't be here joining you on Tuesday night, talking plastic cracks. So thanks to Jeff and the team at Go Figure. Get down to the store or shop online. Use your code FDU5 to receive your 5% discount store-wide. Also, Figs Down Under, shout out to everyone from the Figs Down Under community. Great group of guys and girls, supportive, caring, passionate about collecting, and we're there to support one another. So get over to Facebook and join us in the community. And also, if you haven't yet, jump online, go to Apple or Spotify, give us a 5-star review. By doing so, helps us get the podcast out there and get more nerd listeners. We'll greatly appreciate it. And thank you to all that already have done that. So, thanks again. Now, mate, where do we start? It's huge. We don't want to be here all night either. So I think we need to strategically go through this. So my suggestion, Chris, is let's just knock out what's on our list already, and then we'll go through all San Diego Comic-Con.
All right, so we've got it in order. I've got it in order of the run sheet. So we're going to start with UFC, the big shots.
Yep. Let's do it.
And then after that, it's pretty well full SDCC.
All right, let's just do that. Let's just run with that, mate. All right. Well, first up, we've got Get Big Shots. I love this company. I reckon they do amazing things. They have a sister. Sorry, this is their sister company to Big League Pillows.
Yeah.
I have bought. This is the same company that did my boys' jersey pillows, and they've also got the UFC, and they've got the Hulk Hogan, Hulk Rules, NWO Hulk Hogan. So great company. Now they've just released, or announced, I should say, the UFC World Championship belt. You got a photo of that, mate? There it is. Amazing. And I actually reached out and said, any chance of a Winged Eagle WWF belt? And they gave me a wink emoji and said, it's definitely on the card. So watch this space. All pillows come in 16-inch and 22-inch in size. I think it's Series 2, have just been released with Francis Ngannou, Dustin Poirier, Khabib, I can't say his last name, and heaps more. And they've got this bloke, Colby Covington. Great pillows, mate, and they're really, really good. Really good. So well done. All right, let's get into it. San Diego Comic-Con. Wowee, bravo, Mattel.
So first off the bat, mate, I need to apologise to you.
Yeah, get the violins out.
You said, hey, I'm going to bed. Order me a no holds barred. Let's bring it up here. That no holds barred.
Amazing.
Zeus and Hulk Hogan Comic-Con special. It was a complete shit show. Well, let's be honest. I was on from 10 minutes beforehand, refreshing probably every 30 seconds to check, has it open? I wasn't going to be that guy who missed out if I opened 2 minutes early. On the stroke of midnight in WA, it went live. I clicked onto it. I clicked my 2. I got through the stupid capture thing that says, "Oh, where are the stairs or where are the traffic lights?" Get to the paid screen. Oh, sorry. Then it said you're in the queue and your wait time is about 5 minutes. And yep, no worries. Cool with that. Don't mind as long as I know that I'm in the queue. Get to the checkout. Have to type in my details because it wouldn't let me use PayPal. So then I put my card details in, put my address in, and as I go to click hits for pay, it just automatically refreshes with a new screen that says, we've updated your cart, the items you are after are out of stock.
Oh, God.
So
yeah,
I missed it by like 10, 15 seconds. If it had PayPal, I would have got it, I reckon.
It was disappointing, mate. So, you know what? I went on record, I think, last podcast to say I won't be getting it. I was really excited about it. I think it's great. But you know what got me? And I really, really want this piece. So if anyone's got two, I'm happy to buy one. Not at a ridiculous scalper price. And I think it's ridiculous that people bought them and they were on eBay the next day. I find that so harsh.
I saw a guy in another group, in a USA group, who was at the Comic-Con, bought 3 there. I don't know how it works there. Maybe somebody else can fill us in on that. But he got 3. Maybe he had 3 employees or whatever, and they all got one. And sold them all next day for $150 each US. So if you paid 70, or was it 70 or 80, and you sold them the next day for double that, that's poor form.
It is. It's terrible. It's
profiteering off people who actually give a crap.
But as I was saying, I went on record to say I won't be getting it. But what sold me is, and I've never been sold on this before, is the packaging. That packaging is nostalgia at its best. Like unbelievable packaging. You know what? I would get one, and I've still got the Sergeant Slaughter one from last year. I want to get this, and I wouldn't even open it. I just leave it in its box. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll be opening mine when I get it, and I actually am getting one because Matt DeMeo, champion of the group, and we had a deal that we'd both try and get 2, and if we did, then we could help the other person out if they missed out. And then obviously you asked about getting 1, so I thought, well, if both of us get 2, then we'll have another one that we can give to you. But luckily Matt got through, and I didn't, so I'm looked after. You're not.
Yes, thanks, guys. I appreciate the effort, but it does hurt. It does hurt.
And how good? How good is that? As I've never met Matt, and we've bought and sold a few things before, but he seems like a very good person. But how good is that? The collecting community helping each other out. Yeah. Like he could just go, nah, you know what? I can sell this for double or whatever. And
he did the same thing for me last year.
That's life. He did that for you, didn't he?
Yeah, and he got me a Chase Sergeant Slaughter San Diego exclusive, and just charged me normal price. So, if anyone's in the community out there that has one, I would love to buy one. Please.
Let's get into some reveals. So what I'll do, mate, is I'll just bring up the pictures, and then you can also talk to the the images. All right. Yeah. So first one up is the Coliseum Collection LJN style Terry Funk Ultimate. Thoughts?
Yep. I think it's great. I love the packaging. It's actually a 2-pack with Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Did you know that? Yeah. So I think it's great. Is it
my question is, did you ever expect there'd be a Terry Funk Ultimate?
No.
I wouldn't have thought that Terry Funk would have been high up on the list, but I like it. I like the cowboy hat and the what do they call that prod thing?
Cow prodder.
Yeah, so very, very cool. I may have a picture of the Hogan as well that goes with it. There's the other side of it.
Yeah, so Hogan's cool. Love the belt.
Very cool.
Very LJN.
Just like that white shirt, LJ and Hogan. Very, very nice. Yep. Thoughts? Would you want to get that?
No, look, I think it's fantastic. I think it's awesome. And I think if you're a Hogan collector or even an LJN collector, that's a must-have. So bravo, Mattel. 10 out of 10.
We're going to retros now. I shared this picture on the page, and you try to poo-poo it and say nothing's new in that picture. But you can see the box art, you can see the card backs, and you can see the figures. They look really cool. But the big retro announcement was the completion of the orange card line. Lex Luger in the USA gear, tugboat, Doink the Clown, and Greg the Hammer Valentine comes with the guitar. Rhythm and Blues finally being made. Thoughts on that release?
I think it's great. For me personally, selfishly, I only want Tugboat. I think Tugboat could have been. He needs a neck.
Yeah,
he needs a
Tugboat
neck.
doesn't look quite right. I agree.
Nah, he needs a neck because he had big traps. He's a big dude, Tugboat. Greg the Hammer Valentine looks sensational. Lex and Doink look great too, but I don't want them. I definitely want Greg the Hammer Valentine and Tugboat. If I miss out on him, so be it. But I would get him because I think he needs to go on my Hasbro should have made him shelf.
Yeah. You've also got the release of the NWO 4-pack, Hogan, Nash, 6, and Scott Hall. Thoughts on this release?
They look great. Hogan looks sensational. I don't know why. What's his name in this? 6, is it?
Well, it's X-Pac, but he was six for a while in WCW.
Right. He shouldn't have been a jumper, but anyway, that's still not bad. But no, I think they're great. Very good.
So the ringside, Retros won with Jimmy Hart and the Hart Foundation are going to be available August 31. So set your alarm clocks for that because it's going to be another quick sellout, I reckon. And then the NWO set is a ringside exclusive, so that will be coming out soon. And then the other 4, I would say, will be later in the year. The other retro that they revealed, which they didn't really put any context to, was the Jerry the King Lawler retro.
Yeah.
So, but they don't. No one seems to know whether that's going to be as a 4-pack or as a standalone or what's it going to be. So,
yeah. What's your opinion on Chris? Do you like him?
Love them. Yeah, I'll be getting all of them. So even if I have to pay aftermarket up tax on it, I'll be buying them. So, once you're a completist, if you've got all of the other ones, you can't stop.
Yeah.
You can't have 4 missing out of your collection.
Yeah.
Hopefully, though, there'll be time. Like last time, the retros didn't sell out for about 3 or 4 hours. So
yeah, right. Okay.
I'm hoping that they actually have enough. But we'll see what happens.
Cool. Oh, actually, quick question to you about the retros. What does that mean for Chilla Toys, Greg the Hammer Valentine now? Does that of interest to anyone anymore, or does that affect the sales? What do you reckon?
It hasn't launched yet, has it? It hasn't actually been up for pre-order. So, who knows? I guess some people will buy one, some people will buy the other.
Yeah.
Very cool. Did you also figure out now that I read somewhere that it said that we've got the green trunks macho in the retros. So that was the one that was never released as well, the JC Penney or whatever it was, the green trunks macho. We also got there was another figure that wasn't released. We got the Diesel.
Diesel, yeah.
So they have now completed the orange card line.
No, right? they need Mabel and
Mo.
Mo, yeah. They need Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett they've done.
Jeff Jarrett's coming.
So Jeff Jarrett, they've done Jeff Jarrett. They're doing.
Oh, no, it's Jeff Jarrett got me though.
Oh, it is too. Yeah.
So I read somewhere. I'll have to look it back. Somebody very carefully went through and said that they're completing all of the figures that were never made, but sort of subtly.
Okay. Yeah.
So
right.
I'll find that and I'll share it. Now we move on to some more Mattel drops. Now we'll go through these ones nice and quickly, or we'll be talking about this all night. First one, Aussie
great.
Dingo, the Dingo Warrior.
Yeah, that's a fantastic figure. I love it.
This is going to be Legend 17.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Really good. Very basic figure, but that's what it was. Hey.
Yeah, and it just nailed that head as well. Looks just exactly like what he looked like. Legend 17 also has a Shawn Michaels, it has a Terry Funk, and one other figure. Do you remember who it is?
I'm going to have a look now. Can't remember, but I'm sure I can work it out very, very quickly. Ultimate Legend. So we've got Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock. And the Ken Shamrock has a chase version too. And it looks
very,
very cool.
And AJ Styles.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It wasn't, it was AJ Styles, but he's in his original WCW look.
Yeah, Monday Night Nitro gear. Yep.
Hey, check out this holster. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's great. It's really good. Very. Look, to be honest with you, I won't be getting it, but I think it's fantastic. Great figure.
So this is making me think that figures are no longer being sold for kids.
Yeah,
because
sure.
if you're a kid and you go into Target or you go into Go Figure Collectibles and you see this on the shelf, you're going to be like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
Like, it looks goofy and funny and has no context to current wrestling. Yet, if you're an adult, you see this and you go, I wouldn't mind having that in my collection.
Yeah, absolutely.
Figures that's now being geared to us.
See that bandana that's in the packet?
Yeah.
That needs to be on my Hulk Rules Hogan. Hulk Rules
Yes.
Ultimate Hogan.
So that is the best thing about that figure is the bandana.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got a Survivor Series
wow.
Ultimate Warrior, which comes with a Build-A-Figure Rick Rude, which is, I think, the corporation Rick Rude. So this comes with the heads. I want the Build-A-Figure Rick Rude. I'm not overly fussed on that Warrior about needing it, but it's a pretty cool fig.
That's an amazing Warrior. The packaging looks different. The packaging's definitely changed again.
Yeah.
That Warrior is badass. That is amazing.
The Survivor Series set comes with Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, Becky Lynch in the red getup and Ultimate Warrior. And the Rick Rude is a Rick Rude with the short hair in the suit with a briefcase. So pretty cool Build-A-Figure too. This is probably my favourite, I think, of the whole weekend was the Mega Powers 2-pack. Hulk Hogan, Macho Man. I feel like they've done this before, but I really like the packaging with the star on the box, clear window, and there's plenty of accessories and extra bits and pieces in there as well.
So I'll tell you what, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Bret Hart, and Warrior are getting their fair share of figures of the last couple of years, aren't they?
Since Hulk's been allowed back, how many figures has he had in the last sort of year?
Our good friend Rob Kerr would be, he'd be spending a lot of money over the next couple of months, that's for sure. Add to his Hulk Hogan collection.
He won't be Rob Don't Care, will he? He'll be definitely Rob Will Care. So then we've got some more release figures. We've got Dusty Rhodes in the yellow and black bottoms and the reverse yellow and black top.
Brilliant.
Most people are into that.
Oh, a much better version of Dusty.
You still got the goofy face. You got the Macho King. This is from the WrestleMania set. So very, very cool. Macho King, Crown and Scepter, again, one we've seen a lot. I can't remember which WrestleMania that was. Steve Campbell, you will know. I reckon it was probably
WrestleMania 6.
No, WrestleMania 6.
Yeah, WrestleMania 6.
Macho and Dusty.
Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, mate.
6.
Yep.
I just feel like that's wrong. I thought it was earlier than that. You got the Build-A-Figure. Is it Build-A-Figure Mean Gene? I think it is Build-A-Figure Mean Gene.
Now that head scan of Mean Gene is the best I've seen.
Yep, and you got Hollywood, Hogan, and The Rock from their WrestleMania bout as well. So another really cool set from Mattel coming this year. You've got more elites. You've got Sheamus with the stupid mask on. You've got King. Is that King Booker? No, it's not King Booker. It's one of the New Day. Xavier Woods, I think. And Chainsaw Charlie. Now that set is Elite 97. So I've just put it up on the screen. We've got Alexa Bliss, Omos, and Ronda Rousey, and then the figures we discussed before. Cool figures in that set. I actually quite like Omos. I think he's got a big potential to be a next sort of star. It reminds me of Zeus, like he's massive dude. They really could make him sort of look unbeatable. Ultimate Edition 15, Ultimate Warrior and Brock Lesnar. This is going to devalue a lot of Ultimate Warrior, Ultimate Warrior figures. And it's good to have a Brock as well. I'm pretty happy with a different Brock. Brock hasn't had as many figures as you would think in the last few years.
He's had enough. He's
had plenty, but he could have had a lot more. And then just as we were discussing, Macho Man and Dusty, Hogan and The Rock, WrestleMania 39 Elites. That's exciting too. Now, that's the best of the Mattel releases from the Comic-Con. I want to show you something else, though. This was something I thought was very cool. Did you see the WCW Nitro setup?
Yeah. Is that for sale? Like, is that coming up, or is that a crowdfunding thing?
I haven't seen anything that says it's for sale, but you wouldn't put that much effort into a display if you weren't going to be able to buy it.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Surely.
Really, really good. Really good. Now, mate, there's a few more that we that's all that you've got with the with the San Diego Comic-Con releases.
I've got one more to add at the end, but that's
Okay.
all for now.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to go through a few bits and pieces myself. So I actually handpicked my favorite ones, and I think if they get the head right and if they get the glasses right, the Ultimate Edition Bret Hart in the pink attire is the announcement of the year. It is the jacket, the look, and as I said, if they get it right, that'll be the figure of the year, and that'll be something I'll be adding to my collection. The Jeff Jarrett Ultimate Edition announcement, that was really, really cool with the hat and the glasses and the couple of heads.
He needs a light up hat. He has to have the light on the hat. Got to make it happen.
And what else? And then Dingo Warrior, which is what you've already covered. But there was a few more. Just bear with me. Now, Neca Turtle Line. They obviously announced the pre-mutated Splinter, Bebop, and Rocksteady, and I think it's Baxter Stockman. But their display, which I shared in our on our social accounts, their display that they had at the Comic-Con booth was nothing short of amazing. And they had little what do you call it when they have little lost my words, little hints of what's coming out. And The Last Ronin, that's on the cards in the near future, so that was really exciting in their display. But Mattel also, coming back to WWE Mattel, did you see the announcement of the new generation ring, of how it's going to look, how the box is going to look, and how it's going to display? It looked bloody amazing.
I do. I've got a pic of that for us to share.
Bear with us, guys. We're going through different social media.
There's so many pictures on here.
There is.
In fact, I don't have that picture, so I don't know what's happened to there. But
we'll share it in our social
cool.
if you haven't seen it.
I thought it was interesting with the Mattel ring that they didn't show the Macho Man figure. So they showed everything else, but they didn't show the Macho Man figure. They only showed the Doink and the Diesel. So, sorry, there it is now. So the scale looks huge, by the way.
Yeah,
so the ring looks huge. You got the Doink and the Diesel and the light-up entrance, which is also huge.
Yep.
Very, very cool. That's Bill McKenna. The ring skirts, which you'll get as the extras, but no Macho Man in that picture, James.
Yeah, he'll be coming. I know they did share some photos, not in that one, but in previous ones. And I was actually going to bring up, in the photos, the white on his jacket looks different to the white on his pants. Like his pants almost look yellowish. This is on the Macho figure, right? Yeah, but that's me nitpicking. But that ring and that entrance looks pretty cool. Another one that Mattel announced too, actually a few from, I'm pretty sure it's a Legend series. Yeah, the Legend series, Samu and Fatu with the Chase variants. Yeah. Did you see those? Amazing looking figure. You didn't see that? Again, I'll share that on our socials, guys, which I already have actually. Check out our socials. Eric Bischoff, Monday Night Nitro attire, WCW days. Who else have we got? I'm just looking through their social. The Boogeyman. There was a Boogeyman announcement in a Chase variant from Elite Series 99. And then they had the Raw entrance. I wouldn't say, what would you call it? Like the lettering with a 3-pack with Razor, Undertaker, and 1-2-3 Kid. That doesn't do it for me, but I'm sure that will do it for someone else. But look, Mattel, as we said at the start of the show, bravo, incredible work. I'm sure we've missed a lot. But check our socials, guys, out. There's a whole heap there that we've listed that we didn't miss much over the weekend. We were pretty busy.
The amount of releases over the weekend was insane. Like the
It
amount
was.
of figures coming out, and to get your head around all of them, impossible. And we haven't even touched on Jazzwares, and they had a whole bunch of releases as well. The other big thing that I thought from the weekend was that Ringside and Target and Walmart, very smart to put all their pre-sale and pre-order listings the 2 days leading up to the Comic-Con. So Ringside dropped a heap of stuff the day before saying, the Macho Man Mega Powers 2-pack. There was a couple of other big pre-orders that came up. People are going to be poor after this weekend. I have spent ridiculous amounts, and I haven't even been that bad. Like I've actually, being stuck at home as well doesn't help, because you look at stuff and you go, I wouldn't mind that. Oh, well, what else am I going to do? Might as well buy it and wait 6 years for it to get here. The other thing I thought was, Target releasing a lot of pre-orders, and Walmart. So I've also bought the Macho Man Ultimate through the Target limited edition, or the what's it, exclusive. So very, very cool. Lots of releases, and yes, I'm just hoping some of this stuff starts shipping soon. Have you got a zombie notification yet? Oh, you had yours sent in the States.
Yeah, so my zombie sailor figures are on their way. Actually, I've got the tracking number. I haven't checked the tracking number yet, but they're on their way.
Mine are still at a friend's house in the US. The first lot I ordered, because he's a customizer. He's making a custom figure of my son at the moment, so I'm waiting for that to ship it with him. And then I ordered them myself once they opened for international, but I've yet to get my tracking for that. So but Michael Jordan, the Steve Kerr of figure collecting, just posted in the group before that he did get his tracking. So hopefully not too far away.
Awesome. Just quickly on to Mattel as well with some of their reveals. The Superstars, what's it called? WWE Superstars range.
Your favorite range?
I actually love the range. I think it's great. I just think that $1 million man's rubbish. The worst $1 million man ever. But anyway, they had Rick Rude, Mr. T, a Macho Man, The Rock, and Typhoon and Earthquake. Now, if I was a kid, I'd be all over these. These look amazing. So I'm avoiding these because I just don't need them. But they look.
Isn't it interesting that in the figure world, that it's easier to sell figures of people who haven't wrestled for 30 years than it is to sell figures of the current wrestlers?
Yeah, 100%.
An indictment on it.
100%. Now,
I just want to show this one before we move on to our next line. I know we don't always talk about other bigger lines, but how cool is this Skeletor Revelations figure? I really, really like this. I can't tell you much about it. I know it's Mattel, but I can't tell you much else than that. With the sword and the staff. Now, you think it's bad being a figure collector for WWE? You should see the Masters of the Universe pages, because the exact same stuff that happens to us happens to them too. There was people absolutely crying their tears out about the inability to buy stuff on Mattel Creations website. But I also thought, I saw this, I thought it was really good. Goes with Skeletor. Just for you, James.
Ladies.
Ladies, mansplaining is short for man explaining. I thought this made me laugh a lot. So
you love your Skeletor, don't you?
I love Skeletor, mate. He's so good. And the older I get, the more I see of myself in him.
There you go. That's a bit funny but weird. Well done, mate. Just a quick one. I haven't got this on the list, mate, but I just want to talk to the Powertown Wrestling. So they've exchanged the $1 million Ted DiBiase out with Bruiser Brody. Now, these figures look bloody really, really good. They look very lifelike. Yep. I know there's a little bit of controversy surrounding the company with licensing and signing contracts and stuff. But anyway, what they've released so far in terms of their not even prototypes, their graphic images, they look really, really good. So keep an eye on Powertown. I don't know, someone shared them in the group, in our Facebook group just recently, and they look really cool. So keep an eye out for those. All right, let's get back on track, big guy. So where are we up to now? So still on Mattel. Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate Edition, Roman and Brock.
Roman and Jeff Hardy.
Sorry, Roman first. Ultimate Edition Roman, you get the 3 heads, the belt, the necklace, and the hands, plus the T-shirt. So that's a lot of good accessories for a Roman figure. Yeah. I actually think I might get this because I don't have a decent Roman figure in my collection. So he doesn't normally strike me as somebody I'd really need in my collection because I'm not a huge fan of the current product. But I feel like I do need a Roman. And the other one was the Jeff Hardy. I think Adam Topless put it in the group about how when you buy a figure and you hold onto it thinking it's going to be the last figure of that superstar they make for a long time, and then there's 6 more Jeff Hardy. Yeah. Every time you think Jeff Hardy's done, there's always another figure coming out. Crazy to think they're still producing Jeff Hardy figures when he's left the company.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very toyetic, as they say in the States. But, he's had thousands of figures, hasn't he?
He'd be
up next, we've quickly mentioned before, but we'll mention him again. Heels and Faces, Series 2 and Beyond factory samples. So he's shared the Zombie Man himself shared this on his socials, and these look bloody amazing. I cannot wait to get my Dino, or my Series 1, I should say, just to hope and pray that they are as good as they look in the prototype world, because he's done a fantastic job. Now we've got, in Series 2, we've got Andre, King Kong Bundy, Bruiser Brody, Matt. I don't think Matt Cardona's in Series 2, but that's the Beyond. Kevin Sullivan, Nick Gage. I think he's with Matt Cardona. A rumor has it there might be a 2-pack. One Man Gang looks awesome. And Big Bully Busick. You know what I remember about Big Bully Busick? The only thing I remember?
What's that?
Superstars magazine in 1991. And I remember thinking, who the hell is this guy? But then I realized, had all their date of births, their height, their weight and stuff. Big Bully Busick shares my birthday. Which, guess what, Chris?
What's
July
that?
29th. July 29th is my birthday.
Is it soon?
Yep. 3 days, mate. Friday. So I expect an exclusive San Diego Comic-Con Zeus and Hulk Hogan. It was just a joke. That was a bad joke that you're just teasing me, and you've actually got it.
I'll send you something exclusively, mate.
Yes, but there you go. That was Series 2 from Heels and Faces. Bloody amazing.
Hey, did you notice that not only before the Comic-Con, the wrestling scene in Australia just went nuts for a few days?
Yes, I did.
World Series Wrestling came to town, and so did Matt Cardona, and all of a sudden the FDU community unites.
Yes,
it was pretty good to see.
It was. But old Sis Dog, you got to get Matt Cardona down to Go Figure Collectibles, mate. Come on, the biggest toy wrestling figure distributor in Melbourne. Got to get him down there, mate. Use code FDU5, receive your 5% discount.
And the other person hanging out with Matt was John Lucas Reyes.
Yes, Aussie John. He must be a big guy, John Lucas Reyes.
I like the fact that they wore the same outfits.
Yeah, but John Lucas Reyes is like, because Matt Cardona is not a short fella. John Lucas Reyes is just as tall as him. So
yeah, my money's on John.
Yeah.
If they're going to throw down, I reckon John's got him covered.
Well, he is a fake fighter, so I'm sure John's got him covered.
Yeah, good.
All right. Well, that's anything else for community. I feel like we've missed a bunch. But so
we missed heaps. We've missed heaps because we just can't. We can't do it. We've already been going for 40 minutes, James.
I'm just going to quickly go through Elite Series 98. Farouk Assad. It's probably the only one that I can see right here. Look, we'll keep updating our social media accounts, guys. Actually, back to the Heels and Faces. Raven. Did you see the Raven prototype images?
I have not. No.
Get on the Zombie Sailor Instagram page, guys, and check out Raven's picture. Honestly, I think everything's great except the arms. I'm just going to show you here, Chris. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that?
Yeah, the arms look too long from that picture, but yeah.
They don't look like they can move or even fold down. So I hope that's not the case. And I think he's trying to capture the pose of, from behind where he's got his arms out. But apart from the arms, the figure looks great. But geez, I think that's the first Heels and Faces figure that I've just gone, ooh, I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
all right, that's it for community news. That's it?
That's it, mate. Let's go. We'll go to a word from our sponsor.
Yep, let's do it.
The Wrestling with Figs podcast is proudly supported by Go Figure Collectibles.
I can't believe this.
Go Figure Collectibles have been established for over 20 years and have an extensive range of wrestling figures, DVDs, and merchandise. Go Figure Collectibles offers a huge variety of pop culture items such as Funko Pops, statues, TV, movie, and video game memorabilia, and so much more.
The fact for you, mate.
For all the Wrestling with Figs podcast listeners and Figs Down Under community members, use code FDU5 to save 5% off your next purchase store-wide.
You're gonna be joking me!
5%, yeah.
Visit them online at gofigurecollectibles.com.au, or if you're in the Melbourne area, go check out the store on 104 Bakers Road, Coburg, North Victoria, and say g'day to Jeff and the team.
G'day, mates.
Support local and support Go Figure Collectibles, who continue to do great things for the collecting community down under.
And go.
And go, all right. Hey, before we get into that, Chris, just quickly, what would be your top 3 must-haves from the reveals over the weekend?
The Zeus 2-pack.
Yep.
That's number 1. Top 3, maybe the Mega Powers 2-pack.
Yep.
And then the Ultimate Warrior Ultimate would be my next one.
The WrestleMania 7.
The Ultimate 15, yeah.
Yeah.
So hard. The retros as well. Like the retros I really want. So what about you? Top 3, it's hard to pick.
Top 3, for me, it would be, if they do it right, the Bret Hart Ultimate in the pink.
Yep.
I definitely want the 2-pack Zeus and no holds barred 2-pack. And Greg the Hammer / Tugboat for me.
So here's what I'm proposing. Next year, do you want to go to Comic-Con?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Let's just go.
I'd love to. That'd be
Let's
good.
Go. Can anyone go?
I don't know. Steve Campbell, do you know, mate? Have you been to a Comic-Con?
Surely, if we can get the podcast some sort of press pass.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And if we can just register the pod as a business, then all of a sudden it's a tax deduction. Shout out to the IRS if you're watching.
IRS.
Erwin Shyster.
Yeah.
Yes. So, it'd be very cool.
Awesome.
Now,
let's
go figure, mate. What's happening at Go Figure?
Now, it's not an actual item that I've selected, but more of an experience. So I saw them sharing this on their socials, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. An experience with Michael Biehn, which is the star of Aliens, The Abyss, Mandalorian, which I didn't know, and Terminator. He's you may reckon, has he got this picture up? Yeah, Terminator from Terminator 1. So Kyle Reese was his character from Terminator. He's coming to Melbourne for one day only. Use code GoFigure10 and get 10% off all Michael Biehn packages. You can attend the career retrospective for less than $50 a ticket by the Astor Theatre directly. But if you want a range of options like photo ops, autographs, or even a private dinner with the legend, then head over to www.dandelts.com.au for the packages that are available. So that's a pretty good deal. Get 10% off using code GoFigure10 and have your chance to meet the legend that is Kyle Reese, aka what was his actual name? Sorry, Kyle Reese. Michael Biehn. So that'll be pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Hey, Terminator 2, is that the best movie of your childhood?
It's up there, but my best movie of my childhood, and I can't split them, is Rocky IV and Predator.
See, I would have Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, probably my top 2.
Yeah, right. So you're a few years younger than me, right?
I'm a lot younger than you, yeah.
Yeah, by what, 2 or 3 years?
I'm not quite 40 yet, so you 40?
I'm 42 on Friday.
Yes, well, I'm 40 next year, so 3 years you got on me, mate.
3 years. There you go. So you're an 83 model.
An 83 model, that's right.
Beautiful.
I'm a broken down 83 model. Hey, let's see what we've bought this week. Let's look at merch perch.
Yes. Let's.
Dude, I went down to the shops to pick up some fruit and veg. I couldn't help myself. Went down to the toy aisle. You never believe what I got. What'd you get? What'd you get? I got some figs. What'd you get? What'd you get? Found some figs.
Yeah,
do you want to go first?
Right. Yeah, it's been a quiet week for me because everything I've been buying hasn't arrived yet. And I've been stuck here in quarantine. First thing, not figure related, but I think people will like it, is retro round in the AFL. So I got myself a good old retro Dockers snapback with the green and red and the purple. Everybody loves those iconic colours of the 90s when they were absolutely crap and everything. I unboxed my HBK Ultimate Edition, shared it on the page. That's what's been keeping me busy in the house. I also bought, and I don't have a picture for this, there's a card company in Melbourne called RGV Collectibles that do, they're really, really good to deal with. I've had very, very good run-ins, very, very good relationship with them over the last year or two since I've just sort of figured out they exist. And they did a repack, a bit like the cherry pies we've seen before. They did one called RGV Black. They're $100 a card, and they put a lot of good quality content into their pack. So they actually took a photo of some of the premium cards you could hit. I hit a green Jack Gunston Prestige 2022. It's probably worth about $50. So I didn't do too well. I only bought one. I actually missed the release, and then it sold out. And then they had one extra one that somebody cancelled that they had. So I just took that one. I know Leachy, our mate Leachy, the big dog over at Leachy's site, he hit a dual signature card, which is probably worth about $500. So he did really well. And then there's other people who've hit cards worth $3,000 or $4,000 from $100 buy-in. They only did 400 of them. So, some people might have got a $20 or $30 card, but you imagine spending $100 and getting a $4,000 or $5,000 card. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's all from you.
So that was me, mate. Not much this week.
Well, mate, for me, I took a little trip down Nostalgia Lane. And these arrived today. I don't know if you can see them.
Well, I've got a picture of them, mate. There you go.
Yeah, first up, I'm going to share my 1990 Hasbro Hulk Hogan flip cards. Now, for those that don't remember, these were in the SummerSlam branded cards. They were sitting behind the figure. Now, I remember as a kid, I had a whole bunch of these, and I've obviously thrown them out over the years. But I don't remember them being this small. Like, they're quite. Like they're probably. I'm going to say just over a quarter of the size of a normal standard trading card. But freaking awesome.
Tiny. Absolutely tiny. I've got a few of these on my desk in the study. Yeah. Are they worth anything?
Yeah. No, they're not really worth anything. But if you are selling, I'll buy them off you.
I've got I think I've got Macho Man and an Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, nice. I'd love to get Ultimate Warrior.
Curled. They curl a lot. So
I think that's
I've put them in top loaders so they'll try and keep them a bit flatter.
But that's that. And then I got I've added to my Shaquille O'Neal rookie card collection. Now I've got the 92 hoops. Shaquille O'Neal, the big guy, going up for a dunk. Number 32, Orlando Magic. I think I'm down to about 10 more I need. So watch this space. I'll get that over time.
That's the first NBA jersey I ever owned was the Shaq
Magic
32. And the only reason I got it was because my dad wanted a quiz night. So
that's awesome.
He brought it home and he said, it was too small for him. And he just said, it was probably a medium men's, and I was probably a small kid that could just wear it like a dress. So, and then I just had it for about 5 years, and then he got traded, and it was a bit sad, but yeah.
That was awesome. I love Shaq 90s.
Members merch perch. I'm going off on a tangent because this is one that is yet to be received. But I saw this, and then I was talking to our mate Matt DeMayo about it, and he said he's already bought one. But the Freddie Funko Comic-Con special dressed as the Macho Man. So Matt's got one of those coming to him. Very, very cool. Comic-Con release. The Freddie Funkos, I know why, because he's like the start of the company, but people go nuts for Freddie Funko, and those pieces seem to just keep going up in value.
Yeah, it's amazing. Hey, Comic-Con, Funko Pop would, as a business model, what a sensational business model to have just a standard mold, you could say. And I'm talking about the head or, the majority of them, and just putting a jersey or a uniform or a jacket just to represent a character that looks nothing like them.
Yeah.
And they just pump them out. They absolutely pump them out. It blows my mind. Just what a great company.
Here that we have some places like Mattel saying, oh, we might not get rid of plastic windows because of the effects of the environment. And then you look at companies like Pop who are producing like thousands, millions of plastic figures. Don't think the plastic cover in the front is going to make much difference if you're going to keep producing all those figures.
Yeah.
Or Lego. Look at Lego. How much plastic do Lego produce?
Actually, speaking of Lego, did you see I shared it in the Facebook group, the Atari Lego that's been released?
I wasn't as big a fan as I should have been. I liked the Nintendo, the NES. For me, the Atari just looked a bit boring, but it looked exactly like it used to. Black box.
Yeah.
But I can't see myself wanting to build a black box. I still want the Optimus Prime. Somebody find me somewhere selling that Optimus Prime.
They're on eBay now for about $300.
Yeah, I want to get it at a cost.
No, but mate, if you go to, there's a local guy here in my area, and he sells all the hot stuff, and I can get that Nintendo piece for about $450, $500 from him, and on eBay they're about $300. Do you know what I mean? He's got to sell them more because he's got a shop and this, that, and the other. But on eBay, that's it's the cheapest way.
Maybe somebody will buy me one for Christmas.
My members merch purse. Who did I choose? I chose our good friend Johnny Watson down there in Melbourne, whose Hasbro Greater collection continues to grow in strength, and he, I'm sure he won't mind me sharing this, but he's purchased a complete loose, uncirculated, graded set of Hasbro figures. Yeah. So he's getting them shipped over series by series. So this is the tag team lot. So what we got there? We got the Nasty Boys, Bushwhackers, Demolition, the Rockers, and Legion of Doom. So most of them are graded 90 to 85. So well done, Johnny.
Yeah, super cool. One thing that when you look at these, the Rockers, worst of the tag sets for how they look. But the other thing is, I know that it didn't come in the tag pack, but you're really missing Axe there, Johnny.
Yeah.
You need Axe up there too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. Like if you look at Hawk, Hawk should have been not a jumper. I understand why they did the jumper, but he deserved not to be a jumper. He deserved to be something else. Clothesline, at least.
I think now looking back at them, the Hasbro's are so bad. Why do I even collect them, James?
Never. How dare you? Wash your mouth out. Thank you, Steve. Steve Campbell just left us a pretty big comment. So we'll get on to that, Steve. Thank you very much regarding buying tickets to San Diego Comic-Con 2020. What's next year? 2023. Wow. That could be my 43rd birthday present, I'll tell my wife.
Well, 40th.
Yeah, there you go. Boom, boom. Okay, that's merch perch for the week. So let's get into what's online.
Did you see what was online? What's online? Some bloke selling some LJN figures on eBay. What's he asking? He's asking too much. Well, did you make an offer? Make an offer. You can't make an offer. It's an auction. Well, just slide into his DMs. Maybe he wants to let them go for less. Maybe he's just trying to whet your appetite. Well, I don't know. We'll just make an offer. I can't make an offer. It's an auction. Well, they just slide right in to the DMs. What else is online? Oh, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff online.
Okay, I'm going to kick this one off, Chris, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Now, the first one I've chosen, right? I just want to put yourself in an athlete or a superstar or someone famous's shoes, right? And over the years, you get random photos taken of you, your portraits for trading cards, for backing cards, or whatever it may be, right? Posters. Now, if someone released a figure of me like this, I'd be filthy. Now, this is a 1998. 1998, there's a lot of great photos of this wrestler by 1998. Yet they chose one from this is a Bandai card, Bandai, New Japan Pro Wrestling Bret Hart trading card.
Uh,
The worst photo of Bret Hart you've ever seen?
that can't be 1998.
Well, it says 1998. Oh, I think that's the card the company's release. But that photo is of him in New Japan back in I imagine the 80s or 70s.
Yeah.
But what a shocker!
Yeah, it's a terrible photo.
It is a shocking photo.
And the best thing about that is his hairy legs against his wax top. It's like half and half.
Oh God!
How much is that selling for, James?
That is selling for $44 PSA 7. So good on it, guys. Great investment.
44 US, I reckon. That's a good deal.
The next one here, I love looking up the ticket stubs of late. Now I found a 1990 WWF Survivor Series ticket stub, which is the Undertaker's debut, signed by the Undertaker himself.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is very cool. Now that has been PSA authenticated with an auto verification of auto grade of 10, and VG3. I'm assuming that's the 3 is the overall card grading. Now that is online now. I hope you're sitting down, Chris. That is online now for $24,000 right now. But you know what? You know what? That there is the stuff that the big investors would be investing in.
Wow.
That's the Undertaker's debut. It's the Undertaker's debut, and I think
what I like about the ticket though is you look at it. There's $15 to go and see Survivor Series.
Yeah.
$15 to just go and sit there, like and that event. I might watch that tonight. That event was so amazing in the way they sold his debut.
Yeah. What's his name walking out? Brother Love walking out.
It could not have been any more perfect for the first event to be the mystery person and to come out and just scare the crap out of little kids in the crowd. And people are crying, and also to be so hard to beat and hard to stop.
Yeah. Did Brother Love walk him out Survivor Series, or was that somewhere else?
Well, $1 Million Man introduced him. I think he was with Brother Love because he had Brother Love for a little bit. But geez, it was good. That's such a good event.
Yeah. Steve, if you're listening, mate, answer that question for us. Did Brother Love walk Undertaker out?
You might just need to replace you with Steve on the podcast. I think,
we might have to Steve.
Get the right answer straight away.
Now, this is one of the best pieces of memorabilia I've seen. Now, this is a WrestleMania 3. What was the stadium called, Chris? Superdome. Skydome. Signed.
No, it wasn't the Skydome. The Silverdome.
Silverdome. WrestleMania 3 signed. WrestleMania 3 signed chair from the Silverdome. Now, this has got a whole bunch of. There's a few of these getting around, but this is the best one I've seen. It's got a whole bunch of wrestlers there.
Let me PSA it. You got Slick. You've got Brutus the Barber Beefcake. You've got Greg the Hammer Valentine. You've got Ray Rougeau. And you've got his brother.
Yep.
You've got Tito Santana, Hulk Hogan, Jesse the Body Ventura, and Jake the Snake Roberts. And I can't make out the orange one down there at the bottom. Who do you reckon that is?
No, I don't know either. Who's the one at the top in the black writing?
That's Slick.
Oh, is it?
It says Jive Soul Bro.
Ah, how cool.
Slick.
That's awesome. What a great piece of memorabilia, hey?
Yeah, really cool.
Oh, there we go. Look at the badge on it. The Pontiac Silverdome. That is so cool. That's awesome.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Now that's not for sale. That was someone that shared it in their on their page. What did you find, bud?
Well, I wasn't as excited as you to go for these huge, big ticket items. I was looking at figures that are underrated. Now,
Okay.
I think one of the most underrated and most collectible lines is the Unmatched Fury line. I think
really?
the statues that are in the boxes, they will become more and more valuable. This is my prediction as
You
they
reckon?
get. I reckon they will because some of them just are iconic, but I just don't know how rare they are. Firstly, Mr. Perfect. Now, I don't really love the head on Mr. Perfect here, but very, very cool. There's a lot of these on Australian eBay at the moment. Now, I don't know Y2K T3, who's the seller, but I have bought from that person before, and they are a very good seller. So, not too overpriced, and a lot of them on there. So you got Mr. Perfect in the green trunks with the towel, very cool. You got Ric Flair with that strut. I just think it's a really cool looking piece.
Yeah.
If you wanted something unique for Ric Flair in there as well. And then because I was searching for Jacks, I came across this, and I have no idea. I don't ever remember seeing this before, James. The Jacked Up Jacks Big Heads Rock, the KB Toys Sable. You ever seen that before?
No.
I have
No.
never seen that before. It's
Oh,
bizarre.
wow.
Doesn't
think
even really look like Sable.
I think I had an Undertaker head bobbler years ago. I'm pretty sure it came in a box like that.
Is that
Yeah,
the
Jack.
first bobbleheads?
Yeah, maybe for WWE. Yeah.
So at the moment, eBay has a lot of good items up for purchase. So if anyone's looking for something just to waste a bit of money on, I don't think anyone has any money left after the weekend. But if you do, I've got a few figures I was going to sell here, but I'm just like, I'll wait a few weeks because there's no way is anyone going to pay full price at the moment.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. All right, well that wraps up what's online. Let's get into fig preview and review.
It's time to review a fig from today or the past. Which will it be? Stay tuned to find out.
Okay, Series 2 of the 1980s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Playmate toy line. A great toy line, and Series 2 for me was the best by far. It even surpasses Series 1. Now we have, off the top of the list, we have Rat King, Krang, Ace Duck, Casey Jones, General Trag, Metalhead, Baxter Stockman, Leatherhead, Genghis Frog, and Usagi. Great figures, mate. And I've got all these loose in mint, and I've actually got Casey Jones and I've got Baxter Stockman, both mint on card and graded 85.
Did you say Krang?
Krang, yep.
Oh, I didn't hear you say him, but yeah.
Yeah,
That's my pick of the bunch there, the Krang. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome, mate. Mine was Casey Jones because it come with the golf bag with the club and the baseball bat, and it was such a nostalgic. But you know what? This is my experience as a kid, right? I remember my parents got me all these on lay-by from a Toy World at Parramatta Westfields, and the figure that was never released in Australia, and I'm sure he's released somewhere, but the figure that was never released, that even friends from school never found him. I never knew anyone with a Baxter Stockman unless they went to America or someone went to America for them and got him. Because I remember my neighbour in my street, his auntie went to America and bought Baxter Stockman for him. He was never released in Australia. And so that's why when I got him as an adult, I got him on mint on card, graded, and it's proudly in my collection.
See, as a kid, I don't remember a lot of these characters. But I remember General Trag and Rat King as being in every kid's house. Like, they were the two out of all those that it didn't matter whose house you went to, they had one of those with their turtle figures.
Yep. Yeah, it was awesome. It's Ace Duck I never saw much. I don't think I had it as a kid. Mate, my second favorite would have to be the Usagi, the rabbit. He was awesome. That was a great character. And Neca have just announced they're releasing a Usagi, which is very, very, I guess, cartoon accurate.
I wonder if they'll release those like they did, because they re-released the Playmates Turtles this year or last year.
Yep.
I wonder if they'll redo now the next series of figures.
What, Series 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they going to follow it through? How many more series are there?
Oh, there's heaps. We'll probably cut it off at a certain point, but I couldn't tell you how many series there are. With
Jeez, I'm already struggling to know half of these characters, James.
Leave it up to me, mate. I've got you.
Yeah.
I've got your back.
Oh,
Well, that's
cool.
that's a very quick fig preview review. Now, let's hear another word from our major sponsor, Go Figure Collectibles.
Coming towards the ring,
Mattel, Jax, Hasbro, LJN, Remco, Super 7. Are you looking for a store that stacks all the latest and greatest wrestling figures? Then look no further, because Go Figure Collectibles has everything you're looking for. Jeff and the team at Go Figure Collectibles are always filling the shelves with the latest releases and buying up old cherished collections to fulfill any vintage collection needs. Visit them online at gofigurecollectibles.com.au, or if you're in the Melbourne area, go check out their store at 104 Bakers Road, Coburg, North Victoria, and introduce yourself to Jeff and the team. Plus, Wrestling with Figure podcast listeners can use the code FDU5 to save 5% off your next purchase store-wide. That's Go Figure Collectibles.
it's question time. It's question time. It's time to ask the boys a question. What's on your mind? Let us know and we will tell you the answer.
We've got two very, very good questions, Christopher. Now, before we get started, it is the Go Figure giveaway, monthly giveaway. However, I haven't heard from Jeff. He's might be away, so there is a prize, and in failing that, I will make sure you get a prize. But I'm just waiting to hear back from Jeff, so you will be getting.
He's
something.
probably in San Diego, mate.
Maybe.
He used to go every year, so
Did he? Might have to
yeah,
tear
I'm
it
pretty
up
sure
with-
he used to go.
Yeah, right.
He's probably getting you no holds barred.
Let's hope so. All right, guys. So first up is Andrew Webster. Hypothetical: if you could represent all Australian WWE collectors at a sit-down meeting with the representatives from Mattel, what three questions would you like to ask them? And you have to agree on the three questions between you. I know my first question, and I'm sure you will agree.
Is it why are you so stupid?
Why is your distribution such rubbish?
Yeah. Why? That's got to be question number one. Is why can't we get figs here?
Yeah.
The second question would be, can we please have some more figs? And the third was, can James and I have some free ones?
I guess the second question would be, what is your thinking process around San Diego Comic-Con exclusive releases? Because, I didn't feel so bad on Saturday because there were so many people spewing about missing out on No Holds Barred, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you I can't remember who it was in the group, but I think if you have a limit of, let's say, I don't know how you work it out, but if you said, all right, let's budget an hour for this thing to sell out. So however you'd work backwards and go, right, let's say that's 10,000 pieces. I don't know, whatever, and that's it. But you got an hour to sell them, right? So I'd love to know their thinking process around.
It was a very good discussion about the exclusives, because I saw Aaron Ferguson sort of said, look, I think that they should be limited, because otherwise then they don't hold any value and everyone's got one. Aaron, you got one, mate. You got one. So, of course, you don't care if other people didn't, because you got yours. Now, it's an interesting discussion point, because who does it actually benefit having them so limited? There's not, like, the collector doesn't benefit from it.
Oh, it's the scalpers that benefit from it.
It's the scalpers. It's exactly right. It's the scalpers who benefit from having something that's desirable to have and it's hard to get. Then all of a sudden, people like seeing people in USA collecting groups selling 3 or 4 of them the next day after attending the Comic-Con, for me, that's incredibly disappointing.
It is, yeah. It's
So, and I'll never buy one from somebody like that where it's double the price the next day because they're just screwing you.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I just had a question, but my question would be, why does Mattel not have dedicated social media accounts for different toy lines? Not all of them, but they're major ones.
Well,
So wrestling.
So Mattel posted something on their social media, and I commented on it and put, "Is there any chance we can actually get some of these figures in Australia because we can't get anything?" And they commented and responded, which I thought, well, good on them. They responded with just like a customer service details email from Mattel Australia.
So passing the buck once again.
Pass the buck, yeah. Just email them, and then you know what you do? You email them, and they'll say, "Oh, we can't control. USA just sends us whatever we get."
Yeah. Well, there's the third question. How do we take the job off Mattel Australia and Chris Maddock and James Thomas do it going forward? We'll deal with the Australian public.
I would be president, and you would have to be my CEO.
I'd be CEO on the big bucks.
But I'd be president.
Fix this problem.
Yeah. We'd fix it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, anyway. But overall, to sum up the 3 questions, why are you so shit?
Yeah.
All right, next question. This is from our good friend Rocco Madafri. With Elite 100 figures being announced, what are your thoughts, or what figures would you have included instead of? Now, before we answer that, I know it's a very underwhelming set, I must say. I don't know if you have it in front of you, Chris, but I'm going to quickly look up what Series 100 was. Bear with us, guys. You might want to talk amongst yourselves. Come on, Series 100, where are you? Series 100. Okay, so we've got Rey Mysterio. We've got The Rock. We've got Andre and the Chase. I feel like we're missing a couple more.
Yeah, so you've got Andre in the suit, Andre in the blue jacket as the Chase. You've got The Rock in black trunks.
Yep.
Rey Mysterio in the red and yellow. You've got John Cena in the Thug Life jeans with the chain necklace and the hat. You've got Becky Lynch in a white getup with the black and gold jacket. And you've got what looks like is it Steve Austin?
Yeah, it's what's his stunning Steve Austin
in the colourful tights.
Yeah. So apart from Andre, look, Steve Austin's pretty cool, I must say. John Cena, Becky Lynch, Rey Mysterio. He's had a whole bunch of late.
Got to say though, mate, you can't argue. Like they have picked. If you actually think about it, you've got the biggest stars of wrestling that they can make that haven't been made before. So you've got Steve Austin in a new getup. You've got Becky Lynch, who's the biggest women's star currently in the world. John Cena, who has been an icon of the industry for the last 30 years. Rey Mysterio, who's been fantastic. The Rock, who's obviously bigger than the sport itself. And Andre in his suit from the Mega Bucks. I think that they have picked some pretty big hitters.
Andre's the best. Andre's the best by far.
Andre's the best by a mile.
Let's say we'll keep Andre. We'll keep The Rock. I reckon scrap Rey Mysterio because he's had a whole bunch. Even though he is one of the best. I'd scrap John Cena, same thing. He's got a whole bunch. Becky Lynch, I'd definitely scrap. And Stunning Steve, I'd probably scrap. So I would have, gosh, I don't know, pay homage to who was in Series 1 of Mattel Elites.
Oh, Jeff Hardy.
Remember. Jeff Hardy, he's got enough figures.
Was Big Show in Series 1 as well?
I can't remember. So maybe redo them possibly, or you know what? No, I would have paid. Look, you're going off Andre the Giant, right? So I would have done another Vince maybe as a farewell to Vince because he's retiring now.
I don't know whether Vince is the best person to be making right now.
But collectors would buy him.
He
Collectors would buy him.
comes with hush money. Comes with like a
14
bag
14
of
million
cash.
worth. $14 million worth. Yeah. It's a tough one, Rocco, because like some of them I agree with and some of them I don't. But I do think it's paying homage to those that have I guess like a brother, like a ones that they haven't done before, a brother love. Like they haven't done a brother love.
Ringside exclusive, mate, coming up.
Yeah. Who else? Like you do another Bobby the Brain, I think, a Bobby the Brain that they haven't done before.
Bobby the Brain would be cool.
I don't think they've nailed him yet.
His head. They can't get his head right. It's a bit like Bret Hart.
What's his name? Bloody hell, the commentator, wrestler turned commentator back in the 80s.
Gorilla.
Jesus. No. The guy that used to wear Jesse the Body. Pay homage to him. I know he's on a bit of the outer in terms of the American world, but he would have been great.
Oh, that's a good question. I would just leave it. I reckon that's on point. I reckon they've got some big stars there, so I'll probably get that Andre. I reckon.
Yeah, the Andre's. What's the other one paying homage to the Andre with the aqua jacket? Is that from the paying homage to the cartoon?
I haven't. Yeah, it could be. It looks a bit like Rock and Wrestling.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Rock and Wrestling would have been a cool set to have.
Yes. You know, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, do another one of him.
That's not going to happen. Jimmy Snuka's not too popular. Since the aqua jacket is Rock and Wrestling. I don't think after the controversy of Jimmy Snuka and the murder allegations, he's probably going to get another figure.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, mate, that's pretty much it. Chris, anything else from you? Oh, actually, who's won, bud? I
think you got to pick Webster, mate. I think the first question, Rocco. The first question was definitely a great discussion point.
There we go.
So we'll pick you, Andrew, and we'll see. We will see what happens with Jeff when he is back from San Diego.
Yes, hold tight, Andrew. I will be in touch. Well, that wraps up another week, guys, of Fig talking a lot of plastic crack. Amazing last few days. It's been mind-blowing to see what Mattel have produced and other toy companies around the world. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope you enjoyed the last few days. It has been very, very exciting.
Thanks for bearing with my aching voice and fatigue here on the longest show we've done in ages, and I am struggling at the end of the show with my energy levels.
Everyone say a prayer for Chris. He deserves it. He's been doing it tough the last 7 days. So hang in there, mate. Hang in there.
It's been very hard sitting on the couch watching movies and not doing much for 7 days.
Sounds like heaven.
I've got to say, before we wrap up, the biggest thing about that is I went back to work for 1 day. 1 day I was back at work. And then I had to take 2 days to look after my daughter when she got diagnosed with COVID. Then I caught it from her. And now I've had a week off in isolation. So I haven't been back at work. I had 2 weeks holidays, and then I've had another 2 weeks at home.
Oh, so good. So good. All right. Well, let's wrap it up there, Christopher. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you on the flip side. And don't forget, use hashtag because the hunt never ends. Sorry, use hashtag the hunt never ends because it never, ever ends.
This show is never going to end.
All right, guys. Cheers.
See ya.